Hi folks, welcome to Carl's Vapor Reviews once again. Welcome to the video. I've got a variable wattage device as such to show you now from Kanger Tech. Now I purchased this device from myepac.co.uk, and the device I'm talking about is the Kanger K-Box. And along with this purchase, I also purchased, which is for a review which is coming next, is the Sub-Tank Plus, which is the revised version of the original Sub-Tank. Very good as well. I always liked the original, but some people didn't because of the 25mm, etc. And it did leak a lot, or weeped rather than leaked from the bottom. This one, I'll get to in the review, and I'm going to use it on the K-Box in a second. I haven't seen any signs of leakage at all. Anyway, back to the K-Box device. Kanger's packaging is brilliant. I like Kanger's packaging. Very, very good. They are doing a black one as well, but I've yet to see a black one because it says black and silver there. Let me just get my camera focused in somewhat. 2 seconds. It's hard to see. There you go, black and silver. Obviously, this is the silver one. But what is the device? The device is a variable wattage device to a point. It's made of aluminium, the shell, and it takes a single 18650 battery. What you get in the package, I shall show you now. It's just this comes sealed, by the way, and you just slide it open, and then in the package you get an instruction manual, 8 to 40 watts the device is, and then that's the package it comes in. That's all you get. You don't get nothing else. So you just take it out of here. You get a authenticity label in the bottom as well. So we'll put the package to one side and the instruction manual for a second, and that's the device, folks. Now it's different because it has no screen. It takes a single 18650, like I've said, which is I've got an E-Fest in here, purple, and it's made of aluminium. Now the height of this is 89mm, and across here is 40, and there's a width of 20 millimeters across there, but 25 on the round part, which is it's 25. So this new Sub-Tank, or the old Sub-Tank and the new Sub-Tank Plus, will fit on flush like so. There you go. This is the Sub-Tank Plus, by the way. This is the new one with the revised airflow, etc. Review coming for that as well shortly. Now I could show you there. It's easier to do it like this because these numbers are not very clear at all. Now we have a fire button here, and down that side is the numbers, which are set wattages from 8 to 40, and on this side is your battery meter, which are, when lit up, are white LEDs, and this is your wattage selector button. Now if 5 click on, 5 click off, so we'll go 1 2 3 4 5, and it flashes, and then it tells you what wattage you're at. That wattage there now, I'll take it down, I'll take it to its lowest, which is 8, and then press it again and it's 13, and then again 20, and again 25, 30, 35, 40. So it's just a single press, unless it goes to sleep. Unless the lights go off, then you need to press it and press it again to select. So, and then you just press your fire button. So what were we at there? 25, which is right. Now these lights, let me just put autofocus back on. These lights in the sunlight are, you can't see them at all in the day outside. You just can't see them at all. Now, obviously, on a revised version, I would think that Kanger might put some sort of different colour lighting system in there, or make them a bit brighter, or make the LEDs a little bit slightly bit bigger so you can see them. But it's virtually, you can't see it in daylight. But we'll have a vape on it. I'll show you that it's got. I'll show you the top of it in a second when we've had a vape. This new sub tank has got absolutely loads of airflow with having holes both sides. This is a 70-30 juice in here, by the way. 0.5 ohm coil I'm using, just the standard pre-built coil. Obviously, the sub tank comes with other bits and pieces, which I'll go through in the review. On the side there you have, which I didn't mention, is the K for Kanger Tech, which is their emblem, but also acts as the battery venting, because you can see your battery through it. So what we'll do is we'll just take this topper off. Now, that's the top. Let me just go into manual focus again, because it's easier for me. There we go. Now, K-box, it says there, which does remind me of the font is very similar to the Xbox. 4 airflow slots, and that is a spring-loaded centre pin there, so everything will sit flush on this. And that is the Kanger Tech logo, which is the battery venting. Now and then you've got CE markings, K-box on the bottom, and then little writing. You might not be able to see it with my camera because it's silver on silver. Is the manufactured by Kanger Tech, etc. Now we'll take this. This is the only negative for the mod, is these threads are quite crunchy, and they're crunchy because the spring in it is quite a solid spring. That's the spring in there, but the battery sits quite. There's no it's a solid contact in there. It's a solid contact in there, so the battery sits. So there's not a lot of threads showing. So getting this on is quite, to catch the threads properly, because it's aluminium. You've got to be very careful not to cross thread it, but they are a slight bit on the crunchy side because this bottom piece is aluminium too. It's not stainless steel. It doesn't feel like stainless steel anyway, if it is, or it's some sort of mild steel, because when I put them both together, they do feel quite crunchy. But once you get it in, you sort of push and turn to stop the crunchiness, and it goes away. So that's it, guys, on the device. Not much to say about it really, although it's cheap at $24.99. It goes to 40 watts, but it says set parameters rather than you can't go in between them set parameters. But for work purposes and as a backup device or whatever, it's a great bit of kit. But I've been using it quite regular, to be honest, because it's so comfortable in the hand. So we'll go back off here close up. So the characteristics of this device, it's got obviously your short circuit protection, overcurrent protection, 10-second cutout. You can replace the batteries in it, obviously, because it's not got built-in battery. Battery capacity indicators, like I've said, and variable wattage setting. Now, variable wattage settings, obviously, like I've said, they are 8, 13, 20, 25, 30, 35 and 40. Single presses, but you have to wake it up first, then it's a single press. Like that, etc. I've been finding this sub tank okay at 20 watts on here as well. Might be the coil that's in there, don't know. But it is measuring on my smock, it measures 0.56, so it is around about 0.5 ohm. Lovely flavour off these sub tanks. I love my sub tanks. The cat's meowing. Yes, I know, mate. Right. I can't really say anything else about it, but it's just it is a great device, and I can recommend it to everybody. Like I say, the only negative for me is you can't see these outside in daylight very much. You have to sort of cover it and look in, look at your wattage, etc. And the bit of crunchiness on the bottom here with the cap going into the device itself. But it's a clean device, clean looking, and in the hand, it feels really nice whether you hold it like that or you hold it in the back of your hand and you press your fire button with your index finger, or you press the fire button with your thumb. I've been using it sort of like that, pressing it with my finger. And when you fire it, the lights will come on and then go out. Obviously, there's two lights already gone on my battery meter, so I would say it's probably about 75%, 70% left in this battery yet, and it's at 20 watts. Battery life has been quite good with the device. Obviously, there's not much PCB equipment in there. But with the Subtank Plus, it's brilliant. I'll show you with different ones on there. Let's just take that off. I can't put my Mini on it because I've got Kanger's NI200 coil in that. That's why it's got the blue O-rings on. There's no hardly any juice in here, but this is the Kanger Tech Nano. Still doesn't look bad on it, to be honest. That's the Nano on there. It's 20 watts again. Lovely. Not much juice in that actually, but that's one of my favourite tanks of 2015 so far. The little Nano, cracking device. What else have we got put on it? Where's me? I've got a this one I can't really say much about yet. And that's it. What we'll have to do with. Let's have a look now. What we're at. 35 for this one. Brilliant. I don't better show that one actually because I can't review that one yet. What else can I put on it? I've got no juicing on for these. That's a Smock GTC tank. And that's what that looks like on there. That's the Smock GTC. I've just got a different drip tip on it. And I'm going to knock that to 30. These X1 coils and this Smock, they don't work as nowhere near as well as the sub-tank coils, and they're a similar design as well. Single horizontal coil. I've got an Atlantis here as well, but I've got the 5mm tank on it. I'll show you how that looks as well. That's Atlantis. There you go. That's a 22mm. That's what a 22mm device looks like. And then obviously you can put your drippers on it if you want, because it I've got this coiled up at 0.5, 0.5, that's coming out 0.56. So let's knock this up. We'll go to 40. And that's a little boy dripper. As you can see, stacks of vapour. Lovely jubbly. Now, let me just check something, because I didn't know what the characteristics were for what it fires down to, because I hadn't seen it anywhere. 0.4 is the lowest it goes to. Sorry about that. I didn't check that up, but it says 0.4. Obviously, I knew it would work with the sub tank, so I knew it was 0.5. But I didn't know if it went as low as 0.2, but it's 0.4 is the lowest ohms. It doesn't tell you what the maximum ohms is, actually. It just says 0.4 ohm coil or above in the in the manual at the bottom. I'll just show you on the. Just take. Let's put manual focus on. It says suitable atomizer 0.4 coil or above. That could mean anything. So yeah, that's that. So can I recommend it? Yeah, every day of the week. It's a it's a great device for anybody to keep us. For 25 quid, you're getting a 40 watt device, albeit set parameters, but they are the parameters that a lot of people would use. There's a bit of a gap between on the lower ones, 8, 13, 20, but like 7 watts between the 13 and 20. So if you want it at 15 watts, it ain't gonna happen. But for the sub tank, it's 25 for me, or 20, depending on what juice I've got in there. And for the Atlantis, it's 30 or 35. So and this fires it no problem. And obviously it's firing my dripper as well, but it needs some juice in it, because I had got it set up just for me sub tank. So we'll put that back on and then take one last vape. Well, there on 40. Whoa, 25. Lovely. Also, guys, don't forget, you still got to use, even though it's a regulated device, use the proper batteries, use good batteries. Don't buy batteries off, unless it's a reputable seller off eBay. Get them from vendors, proper vendors. So as you're buying authentics in a way. And I've got eFest and BTC4s or BTC5s or whatever you want it, or 25R Samsungs or LG H2s or whatever. But just be careful with batteries, please, with the sub-ohming, guys. But highly recommend it. 25 notes, brilliant bit of kit. I love it. I've got 2 smocks here as well, and I've had various other devices as well, and for the money, it's just excellent bit of kit. Just trying to show you the lights there when you're vaping it. Right, guys, thank you very much for watching my review of the K-Box. If you need to get in contact with me when all this vapor goes, crikey, you can contact me on the AAEC forum. Richo71 is the avatar, or you can contact me, leave a comment underneath the video on YouTube, or you can catch me. I've got all my links for Facebook, Twitter, and Gmail, Google Mail, email address. And have a nice night, and thank you very much for watching. See you in the next review.